श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
श्रीमत्कृष्ण समाह्वाय नमो यामुनसूनवे यत्कटाक्ष एकलक्ष्याणाम् सुलभः श्रीधरः सदा नमः यामुन पाद अब्ज रेणुभिः पावित आत्मने विदित अखिल वेद्याय गुरवे विदित आत्मने नमः अचिन्त्य अद्भुत अक्लिष्ट ज्ञान वैराग्य राशये नाथाय मुनये अगाध भगवत भक्ति सिंधवे. We were talking about the last line in page 6 as what is the use of advantage of this Stotra Ratnam. This will be helpful. This will be helpful. We already discussed that all of us know the Pranava syllable, the mantras like Ashtakshara, Dvaya, and Charmasloka. But how are we to develop confidence in them, faith in them? How frequent will we meditate on them? Then the support is given by such works like Stotra, like this. So this will be helpful. And since the works like Stotra Ratnam are in black and white, they are in now flesh and blood. They appear before us, and they become the oral support to such meditation, and therefore they are called Upakara Smriti. And again, the remembering of these preceptors is more important, and the very policy of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya is, let us all consider our preceptor as God, Acharya Devo Bhava. In order that we want to follow that policy, we will have to remember the names of the preceptors. We will mention the names of the preceptors in our work and path. So, Upakara Smriti. Upakara Smriti is we pay our debt of gratitude by the remembrance of the preceptor. That's more important. So, Upakara Smriti. Therefore, Acharya Anuvartanam. It is not a mere mention of the names of the preceptors. It is not mere expression of the devotion to the preceptors, but follow the actions of the preceptor. Acharya Anuvartanam Pramana Prasiddham. Mentioning the names of the Acharyas, their qualities, their greatness in the beginning of a work is also authoritative in the sense it is usual habit of people writing works. So Acharya Devo, number 52. Acharya Devo Bhava. So we used to say for joke, when we say Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, then third Acharya Devo Bhava, then fourth Atiti Devo Bhava. So treat mother as a god, treat father as a god. That means as we do Naivedyam, that is what we call Kandarula Chaidal, Kandarula Pannudal, Tamil. that is showing the food items that we prepared to offer to God. And we generally have a false devotion to offer it to God. And if at all he consumes it, just like Nadadu Rammal offered tepid milk, warm milk to the Lord instead of hot milk to the Lord, unlike his father. And therefore, our treatment of parents, mother, father, teacher, everybody, as a God, I mean, we place them on high pedestal and never care about them. We respect them a lot, and then forget them also a lot. So that is not the right way of worshipping them. So Acharya Devo Bhava. Acharya Devaha meaning one who treats the preceptor as God. So Acharya Devaha is only Shishya. The disciple is given the adjective Acharya Devaha. Here that doesn't mean Acharyaha Devaha and therefore Acharyascha Devascha Acharya Devaha. It is not a Dvandva Samasam. Dvandva Samasam, it's not a compound called Dvandva, but it is Acharyaha Devaha Yasya Bahurihi compound. Then Bhava B. Then 53, Nama Rishibhyo Mantra Kridhyaha. So initially we mentioned the name of the Acharya, and then because the scriptures have been handed over to us in black and white, now today in the form of letters in papers, we are able to write it in the papers, print it in the papers. But there were people in those days who could see the words. So mantra drashtaraha. And though they got it from the exhaling air of the Lord, nishvasitam, yasya nishvasitam vedaha. They put it in black and white, and therefore the sages are called mantrakrit. They made the mantra. They are the producer of the spells. Just like Vishwamitra, we call Vishwamitra as the propounder or the founder or the producer of Gayatri. So we say Namaha. When we say Namaha, the dative case is used for the object of worship, namely Rishibhyaha, Mantrakritbhyaha. Why do we respect sages? Why do we salute sages? Because they have brought out the mantras of the scriptures to us, and they have handed over them to us. Then, Tahahi Vidyataha Tam Janayan. Tat Shreshtam Janna. We must, of course, sorry that I am not remembering the quotations, the source of the quotation. So, Sahi Vidyataha Tam Janayan. Saha meaning Rishihi, the sage, and Vidyataha, from his knowledge, from his wisdom, from his education. Then Tam Jani, Tam is mantra. By the presence of wisdom in the mind, the sage is able to, the saint is able to create it. And therefore they are called mantra krit. And again, if such a person is there, then his life is fruitful, is the best. Sat Shreshtham Jan. Now, what do we understand from this is the acharyas are rishis, sages, the preceptors are sages, and they are worshipable because their life is the best. Then you have mantre tad devatayancha tatha mantra prade guru. This is also supported by another statement. Yatha deve tatha guru. There is a statement called Yatha deve tatha guru. As you respect God, you must have respect towards the teacher. That's what it says. And that means high respect to the God should be also given to given to the teacher. You must not differentiate between the God and the teacher, in the sense the standard of God is higher than the teachers and so on. So no distinction between the teacher and the God. So mantre, so also, so when you have respect towards the spell, mantre, yeah, yasya devaha para, you can say it in the middle. So mantre, so when you have respect towards the mantra, the spell, tad devatayancha. Also we have, so yatra deve tatha paraha, okay. Tatha deve tatha paraha. So that devatayancha. We always know that whenever we utter any mantra, we used to give the Rishi's name, sage's name, then the rhyme pattern, prosody, and the God towards which the mantra is directed. Rishihi Chandaha Devata. This is what we call Nyasaha, as Keshadas Swami very well knows, and he will also guide others also. So Tad Devatayancha Tatha Mantra Prade Guru. So when you respect mantra and its God or goddess, we must also treat this in the same way with respect. Mantra Prade Guru, the teacher who gave the mantra. Gave the mantra in the sense he only discovered, he did not invent, he only discovered what Lord Sriman Narayana gave us by his exhaling air. So moreover, kincha moreover. Generally, when we, in those days, anybody who does not know Sanskrit also, an orthodox person will always use this kincha in ordinary conversation in Tamil. And therefore, we will easily understand Sanskrit also. For anything and everything, we will add some words here and there in some sentences in Tamil. Then we will understand. So kincha meaning moreover. So oru ratanathai oruvan koduttal adanudaiya mahargathai ariya koduthavane aadarikka pramanam vendumo. Agayal idu upapannam. Upapannam means right, correct, relevant. A gem is given to us by somebody. A gem. When he gives, he tells us the greatness of the gem, the value of the gem. When he gives the value of the gem, somebody else has given him the gem, somebody else has given him the information of the greatness of the gem. And therefore, we trace the person who has given the greatness of the gem, who has told us the greatness of the gem. And therefore, we respect him also. Not only a person who gives us, but also one who already transferred the knowledge of the greatness of this gem to this person. So, Adinadi Mahargam. Mahargam is very valuable. It's a costly gem and as well as useful gem. So, Ariya Kuduttavani, one who has given it, Adarikka Pramanam Vendumo. You need an authority to say that that sourceful person is also respected. Ahayal is upapannam, therefore it is relevant. Therefore, if we respect Yamunacharya, Sri Yamunacharya for his works like Gita Sangraha and Stotra Ratnam, and also other Siddhi Trayam and so on, we also understand that that Acharya, namely Sri Yamunacharya, has been given the valuable spells by the previous preceptor, namely Nathamuni. Before Nathamuni, Shatagopa Nammalvar, before Shatagopa, Lord, the divine couple. Jnana Vaishadhyarthamaha Acharyanuvartanam Shittachara Praptam. So it says Shittachara Praptam. This has been handed down in tradition as a good people's behavior, as a good man's behavior. Shishta Achara, Shishta means good person, Achara is behavior, Praptam is usual habit. So Acharya Anuvartanam, that is talking about the preceptor in the work that we compose is also important, equally important. And then why? Why do we mention the preceptor? For the sake of Jnana Vaishadhyatham. When we get wisdom from the previous works, namely scriptures, Puranas, Smritis, Dharma Shastras, Itihasas, and so on, we have to be very clear about those ideas. In order to have clarity over these ideas, we are also following the preceptor, and the mention of the preceptors in the work is also relevant. Then Abhivandya Guru Nado Shishyadhi Padmini Ravim. So the disciple is like lotus, Padmam. And when there are so many disciples, all the disciples form a tank of lotus. Tank of lotuses. The tank is full of lotuses. Padmini meaning a tank of lotuses. Padmam is lotus. Padmini, generally we know the name of a lady. No? Padmini is the name of a lady. Padmini is also Mahalakshmi's name. Here Padmini meaning tank, lake of lotus. We have also another equivalent term in Lalita Sahasranamam as Nanini. Nanini. Names of people. Nanini. Nalini means lotus tank. So meaning full of lotuses. A tank full of lotus. A lake, a pond full of lotus. What happens to the preceptors? The preceptors become the sons, S-U-N-S. There are already 12 sons, Adityaha, Dwadasha. There are 12 sons. Here we have hundreds of sons too. They are called Guru. They are teachers. So teachers are sun gods to make the disciple lotuses blossom. Very beautiful analogy. Rather you can say Upama Alankaraha, simile, the figure of speech simile, plus the figure of speech, what we call Rupakam, metaphor in Sanskrit. This is what we call Shishya Ji Padmini. Now, beautiful correlation will be not the disciples are lotuses. Disciples' intellect is lotus. Because in the intellect, the word intellect, the, single letter the, he, Visarga. The, he meaning buddhi, buddhi meaning intellect. So intellect is a feminine gender word in Sanskrit, and therefore Padmini is also the same way, similarly, feminine gender word. Strilinga Shabdaha in Sanskrit. So if you say Shishya is like a lotus, that will be incongruent. It will be dissimilar in grammar also, in technically also it will be dissimilar. Therefore, you can't call a disciple lotus, but disciples buddhi as lotus. Disciples intellect as lotus. Because buddhi and di are same, and they are feminine gender words. So now Ravi meaning the sun. So it is in masculine gender. So Guru, that means again Keshavdas Swami will fight. Were there not lady teachers in those days? A few of them were there. So we call in Sanskrit when it is in plural, Bahuvachanam, the word includes both genders. That please remember. So Gurun doesn't mean always male teachers. Guru always includes female teachers also. And there were some female sages also. Gargi, Maitreyi, and Vasishtha's wife Arundhati. All you can take the seven sages' wives also. They were all, for example, Anasuya, Atri's wife. Then so many are knowledgeable, highly knowledgeable. For Adav in the beginning. So what do you do when you start composing a work? In the beginning, Adav, Abhivandya, make Sattanga Namaskara, fall down on the ground to show the respect. So Gurun Adav, Shishyadhi Padmini Ravi. Now we have what we call the word Iva, meaning like, L-I-K-E, is missing, and therefore we call the figure of speech as Luptopama. Luptopama. What we call the Sadharana Shabda, namely common word meaning L-I-K-E, it is not available there. It is hidden. Therefore, it's called Luptopama. Okay. So Shishyadhi Padmini Ravi. Then iti Mimamsakaha, who defines this way? Gurus as teachers, as sun gods, and disciples' intellect as the tank of lotuses. It is only Mimamsakaha. Mimamsakaha, Mimamsa, you know the philosophy of analysis. They said it. They said it right on. Yatha Khanan Kanitrena iti Manuhu. In English we say tooth for tooth. It's a negative word. So taking vengeance by another vengeance. In Sanskrit you have a word like a proverb like this. If you want to understand what will be what is the nature of the serpent, so another serpent only knows. Ahireva aheh padam janati. Ahireva aheh padam janati. Ahihi means snake. So snake only knows another snake's nature. Here's fun also. Generally the snake is not supposed to have legs. It moves with the body. Therefore it's called Uragaha. Urasa gacchati iti Uragaha. It moves with its bosom, with its hip, with its body. No legs. And therefore, so aheh padam janati. Only a snake will understand the legs of another snake. That means they are not there. It's a secret one. So here, the beautiful analysis is Yatha Kanan Kanitren. How do you dig the ground? When you dig the ground, you have to have a axe. Kanitram is the axe. You can also take it as what we call spear-like a spike. The spike is called kanitram. Otherwise called, you can also say manvetti. I think I forget the word in English. So any instrument to shovel. So kanitram is shovel. So replacing the mud from one place to another, then you can dig a deep pit. How do we get the deep devotion? By digging our mind. How to dig our mind? Mention the name of the Acharya, describe the greatness of the Acharya. So Manu says, King Manu says, Yatha Kanan Kanitram. Then again, Vaishampayana is a sage who is frequently seen in Mahabharata. And wherever the discourses are held in Puranas, Vaishampayana is very popular among the sages. So Vaishampayana is a peculiar name also. We don't know the meaning of those names also. So he says, Yasya prasadat vakshyami narayana kathamimam. Whenever the Purana story questions Vaishampayana, the sage, he says, I will say, vakshyami. How? Yasya prasadat. So I will tell you the story of Sriman Narayana. This story of Sriman Narayana. Imam Katham Narayana Katham. Imam. This Katham story. Narayana of Sriman Narayana. How? Yasya prasadat. By whose favor? By whose blessing? So by Narayana's blessing, I will tell you the story of Narayana. This is Vaishampayana. Then Laukikam Vaidikam Vak. Again Manusmriti. Whether it is connected with scripture or connected with this world, mortal world, mundane existence of the world, Laukikam. So whether you are explaining something connected with this world or about the scripture in the case of the next world. So whatever be the, whether it is the orthodox description or what you call worldly description, then so whether it is any content of the or subject matter of the poem, it should mention preceptors. So Anganeyagil Swacharyanai vittu avar gurukalai patruvaanga. Now why do you it is enough that you mention about your own preceptor. Then why do you mention the preceptor of preceptor? Why do you go to the next previous generation? Then Acharya Studilum, Acharya Priyamare Uddesham. When you praise the preceptor of the preceptor, your immediate preceptor becomes very happy. He is pleased. So he becomes affectionate to you. So we get immediate preceptor's blessings by explaining the greatness of his preceptor. We call it a grand preceptor. Just like grandfather, father's father, so guru's guru, gurunam guru. And we call it in India Mahamahopadhyaya. Mahamahopadhyaya meaning already Upadhyaya means teacher. Mahopadhyaya is great teacher. Mahamahopadhyaya is greatest teacher. That means teacher of teachers. And the British government gave 9 people from Tamil Nadu this title, Mahamahopadhyaya. So Swasranayatthil Kaattil Periya Mudaliyare Ashrayikkum Idathil Preeti Mikkirikkayale. It is not enough that your own preceptor should be only mentioned. Please remember that. So Swasranayatthil Kaattil, more than the immediate preceptor, Periya Mudaliyare meaning, I just now told you, greatest preceptor, namely your preceptor's preceptor, your teacher's teacher. Then Ashrayikkum Idathil, when we resort to his greatness, then Preeti Mikkirikkayale. When you praise a preceptor, your own preceptor, he will be happy. But when you praise his preceptor, he will be doubly happy. Preeti Mikkirikkayale. Adai pesugiraar. So Periya Mudaliyar means greater preceptor. Alvarukku Bhagavad Pravanyam Adiyage Piranna ஞானத்தை ஆழ்வார் பிரசாதத்தாலே பெற்று தம் அளவிலே பரியவசிக்க என்றிக்கே பின்னுள்ளாருக்கும் உபகாரமாம் படி. So this is what the intention of the author. The intention of the author is, when you praise the preceptor's preceptor, then it will reach Nammalvar. So ஆழ்வாருக்கு how was the Nammalvar? What was the nature of Nammalvar? What you call Vakula Bhushanaha. He was great expert in understanding God. So in realizing God, he was very adept. He was great expert. So Bhagavat Pravanyam. Bhagavat is God. Pravanyam is scholarship. We say in Hindi exam and Sanskrit also the word Praveenaha. Praveenaha meaning scholar. Pravanyam meaning the scholarship. Bhagavat Pravanyam is scholarship, namely knowledge about God, wisdom about God. So Adiyaha Piranda, based on Nammalvar's knowledge, then we also gain wisdom. Piranda Jnanathai, Alvar Prasadathale Pettu. So Lord blessed Nammalvar, Nammalvar blesses us. It is not enough. It is not enough that Nammalvar blesses us. So we must transfer this knowledge to our next generation. Therefore, it doesn't end in us. Sammalavile Paryavasikai Andrike. It is not over with our generation. Pinbullarkum Upakaramambadi. So the next generation also, the future generations in plural, the future generations should get benefited. And therefore, we are mentioning the names of preceptors and their greatness. Then, if Darshana Stapakaranamadiyanum, so Darshana Stapaka is Ramanujacharya. Generally, we call Darshana Stapaka as Ramanujacharya. But before that, Yamunacharya, and before him again, Nathamuni. And again, Manakal Nambi is there, one of them. So, Periya Mudaliyarude Artham idu. உம்முடைய பேற்றுக்கெல்லாம் அவருடைய திருவடிகளிலே சம்பந்தமே என்கையாலும் அவரை ஆசிரியக்கிறார். So Manakal Nambi, another preceptor, he says that because you are mentioning the preceptor's preceptor, and therefore you are lucky, and that is because your connection with his divinity, and therefore Stotra Ratna author Sri Yamunacharya resorts to the teacher's teacher. Then Idai Ninethire Bhattar Prathamam api Gurum Nathamide. This is the initially at the first instant, I worship Ide. Ide means I worship. It is a peculiar word used in classical Sanskrit, taken from Vedic Sanskrit. This is not available generally in classic Sanskrit. In scripture, Ide becomes Ile also. Ile. I-I-L-E also. Or capital L-E. So Ide means I worship. Natham, the leader. Gurum, the teacher. Prathamam, first. So Prathamam api. So at the first also. Gurum api, you can say. So remember the divine couple, Sriman Narayana, associated with Mahalakshmi. Then we have Vishwaksena. Then we have Nammalvar. Then we have Nathamuni. Prathamapi Guru. Nathamide, we saw that Gurum Nathamide. Prathamamapi Gurum Nathamide, that was the sentence. So Veda Karanamana Pranavam, Vedadyantangalile Ana Pole, Ingum Adyantangalile Acharya Stutiyai, Naduvile Bhagavad Stotramaha Irukkirathu. Mudalittu, 3 ஸ்லோகத்தாலே பெரிய முதலியாரை நமஸ்கரிக்கிறார். Now the example, parallel, similarity is while we chant scriptures, we start with the pranava syllable. We also end with the pranava syllable. So we will end the chanting, close the chanting also with the Pranava syllable. And therefore, Sri Yamunacharya mentions the name of the Acharya in the beginning of Stotra Ratnam and at the end of the Stotra Ratnam. So this is a sample, example, illustration, how scriptures are chanted. Harihi Om. So that is the starting point of scriptures. Then lastly, Harihi Om. So we have swaras for this. Then Acharya Stuti is done by him. Eulogy of the preceptor. And in between, you have the praise of God, the adoration of God. நடுவிலே பகவத் ஸ்தோத்திரமாக இருக்கிறது. So now Stotraratnam starts with three verses on Periya Mudaliyar, in the sense Natha Muni.
So it seems like the big emphasis in the Avatarika is on the Guru and the Guru Parampara, and getting the blessings of Guru Parampara. But what I was saying was the whole Avatarika, the whole introduction by Periyavachan Pillai, his main point is about remembering the Guru Parampara and remembering the Acharyas and the teachers, and how important that is for getting the blessings of the teachers and for actually learning the meaning of Stotra Ratna or any Shastra. So I think we're all pretty clear on that. And then it was a very long Avatarika, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I don't have so much experience of Avatarikas, but seemed like there were a lot of points there. I was surprised how long it was, actually. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the.
It seems that the authors of the commentary will take pleasure in showing their knowledge, memory power, and then to establish the link from the quotations to the present work.
Right, and he's quoting from many different places, from Shruti and from Itihasa and Purana, and also even from Mimamsa. So
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. So in this way, he shows us also indirectly. He shows us his competency, that he has read a lot of shastras, and he's read a lot of scriptures, and so therefore we can have more faith in his commentary also by seeing the variety of quotations that he gives us.
Sometimes it seems Sanskrit commentary will have more information than even the Tamil commentary.
Yeah, it seems like a very simple commentary. Now, the book that you were trying to find from Vasanta Mami's house, that book is a commentary by someone else, because I looked in the internet and I saw that I think the commentary by Vedanta Deshi is not available. It may be lost.
It is available. I asked Dr. Lakshmi Kumaran.
It's available.
Okay. It is with him, but I wanted a soft copy so that
right.
If it is not there, then we'll have a scan. And
if it's available, then that's obviously that's the best thing, because I know Vedanta Deshika he'll expand the topic and he'll go into every detail.
But again, what we see in Vedanta Deshika's Vyakhanam is the bhakti towards the devotion towards the preceptor.
So I
we have
think
not seen any of these preceptors like Natha Muni or Yamanacharya, or Ramanujacharya, or even Murakarvan and also
Nam Pillai is the Acharya of Perivachan Pillai, and Vedanta Deshika is Acharya.
yeah, he had only Manasika Acharya.
He had only Manasik Acharya. Is it?
It's of course his direct Acharya is his uncle Appulla.
Apula. That is that not the same person as Naradur Ammal?
He's given another name, I just forget.
Apula, yeah. But his uncle was the author of some book?
Sorry, I don't remember.
No problem. We have to look it up. I'll look it up. I have a book. History of Sri Vaishnavism in the Tamil country post Ramanuja. I think by Jagadish.
If we can go to the next one.
You want to start the commentary? Okay.
So he said Namaha Achintya Adbhuta Aklishta Jnana Vairagya Rashami Nathaya Munaye Agadha Bhagavat Bhakti Sindham. Let's go to the meaning here. It's very easy to understand the words here. So Achintya is unimaginably great. Achintya. Because his wisdom is unimaginably great. Then Adbhuta, amazing, awesome. Aklishta, he did not work hard to get it. He got it very easily. Klishtam is custom, difficulty. Aklishta, no difficulty. Easy access. He had a cakewalk to Aklishta. Jnana, wisdom. Vairagya, the detachment. Rashaye, he seems to be the combination of Jnana and Vairagya. Generally, it is also said to be the two wings of a bird. So, Jnanam should be one wing, Vairagyam it should be the another wing. Then we will fly very high as a bird. Then Munaye. So, there are two meanings, one in Tamil and one in Sanskrit. Namely, Mananat Munihi. Then you have one who controls his anger. In Tamil we say it is controlling of anger. In Sanskrit we say he is always meditating on Lord. Then Agadha Bhagavad Bhakti Sindhave, again he is an ocean. We said Rashaye earlier, he is a heap of Jnana and Vairagya. Here it is ocean, Sindhave. Sindhu also means river, Sindhu also means ocean. It's called Bhakti Sindhu, devotion ocean, ocean of devotion. On whom Bhagavat. How was the devotion? Very deep, unfathomable. The depth is immeasurable. So Gadham is measurable, Agadham is unmeasurable. Immeasurable. Then Nathaya, his very name, adjective is Nathamuni, and therefore Namaha. Then there are three types of beginning a work. I told you, I think, earlier session. Otherwise, of course, I will repeat. Ashihi Namaskriya, Vastu Nirdeshaha. This is what you call the three types of definitions for beginning a work. So you write a poem. When you write a poem, you mention that in the first verse, first stanza, that you are getting blessings from somebody, God or preceptor, anyway. So that is what we saw earlier. Yasya prasadat. Earlier the quotation was, Sanskrit quotation was, Yasya prasadat. Because of his blessing, Narayana katham imam vakshyami. Yasya prasadena Narayana katham imam vakshyami. That's what we saw. So I tell you the story of Vaishampayana says, I will tell you the story of Sriman Narayana because of his blessing. So Ashihi. Then Namaskriya. You salute. You say Prapadye, Vande. Vedantadika says Vande Brinda Vanacharam Vallavi Janavallabham Jayanti Sambhavan Dhama Vaijayanti Vibhushanam. This is a verse common to both of his works. One is a very big work called Yadavabhyudayam, the Magnum Opus, and the small 21 verses called Gopalavamsati. He says the word Vande, I salute, non-Vanangihari in Tamil. I bow to him. Then you can also Sri Stuti, Manatita Pratita Vibhavam, Mangalam Mangalanam, Bhakshapiti Madhujino, Bhushayanti and Sukantya, Pratyakshanushavikamikima Praptininam Pajanam, Teyo Murtim Siyamacharanaha, Swam, Saranyam, Prapadye. I fall at the feet. Prapadye. So this is what we call Namaskriya. Salutation. We can also say Bhaje, I meditate upon. In the same way, you can start with the second type, namely Namaskriya. Third, so you must indicate the content of the work indirectly. So you can also do it directly. So Vastu means plot, that is subject matter of the poem. Nirdeshaha, you indicate. When you indicate, it is enough that what are the contents of the poem. You can easily understand. So these three ways of starting a book in Sanskrit. Here it is Namaha. Instead of Vande and Prapadye, uses the word Namaha. And then the word Namaha will be given object in dative case. So there two words there are there, Rashaye and Sindave. No. So Mudal Shlokatil Oruvani Kavi Padapukar. Suppose you want to praise somebody with a poem, Avan Aishwaryathi Solli Kavi Paduma Pole. You must tell him, say about the greatness of the author. So what is the greatness of the author? The leadership of the author. You can also say add wealth of the author. The author is very rich and therefore he is praised. No, I'm talking about the subject matter, sorry. The subject matter, who is the hero of your book? The hero will be praised to the sky and he will be called the richest fellow. அவனைஸ்வரியத்தை சொல்லி கவி பாடுமா. வைஷ்ணவனுக்கு ஐஸ்வர்யமான ஞான வைராக்கியங்களுடைய பிரகர்ஷத்தை சொல்லி நமஸ்கரித்தார். Many things are important to many individuals, but as a group, a Sri Vaishnava will always aspire for the wisdom, the spiritual wisdom, and the detachment, the attitude of detachment. So these two are called the properties of a Sri Vaishnava. This is what we are aiming at. That is Jnanam and Vairagyam. And therefore, a Vaishnava will always have this as wealth. Jnanam as wealth and Vairagyam as well. Then we must know where is the maximum jnanam and where is the maximum vairagyam? That was in Nathamuni. So prakarsham meaning the richness. Tanamaya Tane Kaikodam என்று வைஷ்ணவனுக்கு தனம் பக்தியாதிகள் என்று சொல்லியிருக்கிறேன். This is one sample from Kalidasa's book called Kumar Sambhav, the first Mahakavyam, great epic written by him in 8 cantos, Ashta Sargaha. Then somebody added 9 more. Now we have 17 cantos of Kumar Sambhava. And 8th Sarga, 8th canto starts with the marriage of Lord Shiva and Parvati, the love marriage. And he says, when Parvati is doing penance towards Lord Shiva comes in the form of a young boy, young bachelor boy, and he is inquiring what she is doing in the forest. She says, I am doing penance. Why do you do penance? I am trying to get Shiva as my husband. When she says that, he says, Ratnam ki mrigyate na mrigayati. A gem is a costly gem, a valuable gem. The gem will not go in search of the owner. The gem will be searched for. Everybody will be after the gem, but not gem will not run after the people. He says, Mrigyadehi Ratnam. She is a gem of a person. Parvati is a gem of a person. In the same way here, so what is wealth to the Vaishnava, a Sri Vaishnava? Dhanamaya Tane Kaiku. Let us wait for the wealth, the spiritual wealth, which will automatically come to us. And what is that dhanam? What is that wealth? Bhaktyadi. So Bhaktyadi, though Bhakti is mentioned earlier, so it also includes, as you know, karma, jnana, and prapatti. So Bhakti will be the initial rather booster, and then others will follow. So Bhaktyadigal is dhanam. The devotion is the wealth for the Sri Vaishnava. Then Mudar Shlokam Vyakhyana. Namaha. Now he brings in Shastrartham. Whatever we understand through Srimad Ragasetra Saram of Vedanta Deshika is brought out here in small words. So Namaha meaning, it is an abbreviation. Namaha means generally salutation. Keeping your palms in close. And then Anjali, called Anjali. You prostrate before the preceptor, Sashtanga Namaskara, fall down slowly, bend down your head, touch the feet of the teacher with your head, get up. Why do you get up? Ramanujacharya said it in Gadya, Saranagati Gadya. Pranamya Uttaya, Punaruttaya, Punaha Pranamya. Salute by falling at the feet on the ground, flat, get up, again fall at the feet. Get up, again fall at the feet. So that is the, so what is the use of this frequent salutation? Na mama. The abbreviation of na mama. One letter extra. Nothing is mine. Nothing is mine. My body is not mine. My soul is not mine. Both the body and the soul do not belong to me. They are not my properties. So, who are you? Bhagavataha eva aham asmi. I belong to God. God possesses me. God treats me as his possession. And therefore, nama. So there is no egoism, there is no sense of possession. So ahankara, mamakara, varjitam, na maha. Na no. Ma meaning mamakara. There is sense of possession and then sense of egoism, aham. Aham api na mama. So not only the body is not mine, but also the soul is not mine. The individual soul is not mine. So Bhagavataha eva aham. Then whom does your body belong to? Whom does the soul belong to? Meaning, Lord Sriman Narayana is my property's owner. So I am the property and he is the owner. Shesha, Sheshi Bhavaha. Then you have the owner and the owned. Then Namo Vishnave. So Yanakku Uriye Nallan, Allen, Periya Mudaliyarukku Shesham. Now, the immediate preceptor is very important, and he says, Nathamuni is my preceptor, and therefore I belong to Nathamuni. My body does not belong to me. I do not own my body, but my body and soul belong to the preceptor, namely Nathamuni. Periya Mudaliyar is otherwise called Nathamuni, because he is the leader of the preceptor. Namo Vishnave. Engira pole, Namo Nathaya. You will find this word Namo Vishnave easily in Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram also. Om Namo Vishnave, Prabha Vishnave. So Namo Vishnave will be coming three or four times in Vishnu Sahasranama. So meaning, I salute Vishnu. So when I say salute Vishnu, then also means that nothing belongs to me, and so on. So here, Namo, that is now given in the expression Namo Nathaya. Namo Nathaya. So Nathamuni I salute by falling down at the feet. So Upakara Smriti Ale. So it's a helping book, Upakara Smriti Ale. So he says Namo Vishnave. So Nama iti eva vadinaha. Whenever we argue with somebody else, we will have humility. We will always be humble. We will always be modest in fighting with each other in argument. And therefore, first we will say Namaha. Then only start arguing, fighting against. So Nama ityeva vadinaha. Vadinaha. First advocates will always say Nama iti. Then Nama rishibhyo mantra kribhyaha. That is just now saw. Then Tesham api Namo Namaha. So to them also we salute. Namo Namaha is a repetition of the Namaskara. Then Ishvara Munigal, Sri Ranganathan in the Tirunamam Satrigayale, Nathan in the Tirunamam. The name of the preceptor is Leader. Leader is the name of the preceptor. Whereas Ishvara Muni is naming him as Sri Ranganathan. Otherwise, we don't say Nathamuni, it is Sri Ranganathamuni. Then எப்படிப்பட்டவர் என்னும் அபேட்சையில் சொல்லுகிறது. Apeksha meaning with a desire to tell the description, tell the greatness of the author. Achintya. Meaning, Nathamuni had no parallel. There was no equal to him in knowledge. Therefore, he is called Achintya. இவருடைய ஞானாதிகள் இன்னாருடைய ஞானாதிகள் போல இருக்கும் என்று நினைக்க ஒண்ணாது எண்ணுதல். இவ்வளவு என்று ஞானாதிகரானாலும் பரிச்சேதிக்க ஒண்ணாது. The point is here, he has a lot of knowledge. Okay, accepted. How shall I measure his knowledge? Or in what scale shall I measure the knowledge? So it is not possible. So ஞானாதிகராலும் let us all get together where only highly educated people are there. Remember how Nathamuni acquired wisdom. Nothing can be understood. Parichedika onnadu meaning you can't put a ban or limit on to the knowledge, namely the wisdom of the teacher, namely Nathamuni. Then Adbhuta. கீழ் இயத்தார் ஆகித்யத்தை சொல்லுகையாலே கிரகீதாம்சம் அனுசந்தித்தார்க்கு ஆச்சரிய ஆவகமாய் இருக்கும். Now we are going to see what he doesn't possess. What he doesn't possess. So when we understand what he doesn't possess, then we will understand what he possesses. Initially, you must write many ideas and then strike them off by saying, this is not in him, this is not with him, this is not. And finally, you understand, Grihitamsam Anusandhitarki. Then we go on understanding Nathamuni of his greatness every now and then. Then we will have always surprise. We will be wondering at the personality, how he could have such a knowledge. Endrakal, Ityadiyil, Grihitamsam Inida Irukum. Now, while we get Askans, ASKANCE, we get surprised over reading Nathamuni's Stotram. And also, of course, mention of the Lord. We will be wonderstruck. We will be dumbfounded by the amount of knowledge that Nathamuni possesses. Now, Aklishta, Vyasadigalai pole, Swayatna Sadhya Tapassale Vandadandi. Now, how did Nathamuni become so wise? Just like Vedavyasa, Krishnadvaipayana. So they were only incarnations of God. There's nothing peculiar about it. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya, Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. So Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye, Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. So Vyasa is Swayatna Sadhya Tapaha. He performed penance and he achieved it by his own efforts. Initially, his name, he was born from a fisherman community lady called Matsya Gandhi, and he was born as Krishna Dvaipayana, and he did his own penance and became great. Then Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, Bhagavad Gita. Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. He says, Lord says, there is a proverbial statement in Sanskrit. Yam Rakshitam Icchanti Tam Buddhya Yojayanti. Yojayati, Yojayanti, plural. So Devaha, gods will extend protection when they feel that a particular person is to be saved, protected. Otherwise, they will not. So, what is the example? When somebody is caught in the dense forest and he is not able to come out of the forest, somebody good should help him. Suddenly help comes from nowhere. Then he is saved. He is protected. and that is what we call miracle, divine miracle. And that's what he. So that is what we understand by Dadami Buddhi Yogam. Then we go to the Nammalvar statement. Before that, the first quotation A is from Mudal Tiruvandadi. Second one is Ten Kuruho Nambi Endrakal, Andikum Abdorum Ennamuke. Ennum Kanninun Tiruthambu, Mudal Pathurathai Nenekkirar. So Yamunacharya remembers Madhurakaviyalvar's Kanninun Tiruthambu and remembers and then writes this poem, Tathaya Munaye Namaha. So again, Mudal Tiruvandadi and Thiruvaimozhi are there, 111 and 43. We saw Mayarvara, Mayal Mananalam, Aruliyavan, Evana. That's what we saw earlier. Then Thiruvaimozhi. Then Mudal Tiruvandadi we saw in, from 43. I'm thankful to Keshavdas Swami for yesterday's recording by Zoom. A fire ritual jointly performed with limited freedom. Anena Atmana Katra, Satvika Tyaga. There were some bound to be mistakes, but very slow. And in this situation of people getting afraid of meeting each other, we could get at least 2 people from the neighborhood. And I wanted to also tell everybody, and also within ourselves, that whenever say we Indraya Swaha, Prajapataye Swaha, Agnaye Swaha, we remember the Antaryami, namely Sriman Narayana. Of course, these 2 people who joined with me also had been instructed to understand the meanings of both. It is not Indraya, it is not Prajapataye, it is not. Lord is there as inner soul.
So, Swami, do you want to see Mudal Tiruvandadi 43?
Yeah. All the 3 Tiruvandadis are very interesting because they are done by first Alvar, Bhudat Alvar, Poige Alvar, Pei Alvar. So here, number 43. Okay.
You need it bigger?
Yeah, little bigger in font. Let me wear the glasses. Yeah, okay. Manamasu Thirum, Aruvinayam Sara, Tanamaya Tane Kaikudum, Punameya Punduraya Nadike, Kodur Nirendi, Tam Tora Nirpar Samar. I'm happy that Keshavdas Swami got it here because in the context of a quotation like Janamaya Tane Kaikudum, we will have to understand the situation also. Around that line. Mana Masu Thiram. The purpose of mentioning the preceptors in the beginning and also at the end of the poem will absolve all our impurities of the mind. Mana Masati. Then Aruvinayam Sara, all the 3 sins will not accrue to us, namely Sanchita, Agami, and Prarabdha will not stick to us. Aruvinayam Sara. Aruvinayam is meaning a very serious sin. Dhanamaya Tane Kaikudum. The wealth will reach us Vedanta Deshika was invited by Vidyaranya, who was the Asthana Pandita Vidwan in the Sabha of, in the Darbar of Sri Krishnadevaraya. And Vidyaranya is an Advaita scholar. He had no enmity towards, he had no jealousy, he had no envy towards other faiths. He understood that Vedanta Deshika is a very great scholar. And he also understood that Vedanta Deshika was poor in material richness. And therefore, he invited him. We don't know the exact invitation. It was not by phone or oral. It might be oral, but he would have sent a message by some ambassador or by what we call a go-between. And Vedanta Deshika gives him a suitable reply. I don't want to be a slave of a king. So he wrote 5 verses. I will call them love letter denying the appointment. Who will write a letter to deny oneself the appointment, the post? Shoni kona chatansa palana kara kala durvara garvanala chudya chudra narendra chatu kachana dhanyanna manyamake. I won't consider myself as fortunate, lucky, because I will serve as a slave in the court of King Krishnadevaraya. And Krishnadevaraya, though you call him monarch or emperor, he is only ruling over a smallest piece of land in the corner of the country. And he is very, what we call, proud about his possession. And his pride is burning like fire. Though he just owns a 1/100th piece of a land. Satamsha from the Koti. Koni Kona Satamsha. You take the corner of India, and then you divide it into 100 parts, and he only rules over only one part of the land out of 100 parts. But he is still proud, haughty. The fire of haughtiness blazes in his mind. And he thinks that we are all small creatures. I don't want to be a small creature before him. Then what is your aim? If you ask Vedanta Deshika, I will say, once upon a time, Lord Krishna favored his classmate Kuchela while they learnt under one guru called Sandipini. Kuchela was very poor with 27 children, only for name, the story part of it. He was very poor, was not able to feed his children, maintain his family. He went to visit Lord Krishna in Dwaraka. He invited him, placed him on the couch bed where he was sitting, asked Rukmini to fan him. Give him some air, so that he was tired. He asked him to sleep, take lunch and go. But he did not do that. He was very shy. Kuchela was very shy. The word Kuchela meaning he is wearing the saree of his wife as dress. And that is also torn saree. Kuchelam. Tamil வந்து சேலை, Tamil சேலை, that becomes Chelam and Kuchela. And with that, he said, once upon a time, Lord Krishna favored him with a lot of riches. Why no? He will do it for me also. Devam sevitumeva nishchunumahe. We have decided, he said the plural, royal we. We decide to only worship God. That God is Varadaraja of Kanchipuram. Devam sevitumeva nishchunumahe. We have decided. Yo asau dayalu pura. Once upon a time, this benevolent Lord, a very compassionate Lord, what did he do? Pura dhana mushti muche kuchela munaye datteshma vitteshata. Lord Krishna made Kuchela Kubera. Kuchela became Kubera. Both start with Ku. Kuchela became Kubera. Kuchela was the poorest man. Kubera is the richest god, god of wealth. Today also I received a book where a homam is to be done on Lakshmi Kubera homam. Lakshmi Kubera yag. They add Lakshmi with Kubera. I don't know how. They have some mantras to say. They have some sentence to say. So by performing the homam, we expect some money. But what did that Kuchela do? Kuchela gave only dhana mushti muche, a handful of, a fistful of pounded rice. That's all he did. Dhana mushti muche. He was very shy to open his torn bag, which contained this pounded rice sent by his wife. He was very, very shameful to hand it over to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna demanded it and had it. And Rukmini had to stop Krishna from eating the pounded rice because the riches offered to bless to the Kuchela were enough, more than sufficient. And therefore, he said in the one of the verses in Vairagya Panchakam, what is relevant to this Silam Kimanalam Audaram Badhitum Payaprasriti Purakam Kimana Tarakam Sarasam Ayatana Malamallakam Patipatacharam Kacharam Bhajanti Vibudahyaha Kukshitak Kukshitaha. We say in a proverb in Sanskrit, Udara Nimittam Bahukrita Veshaha. We don many roles in order to earn our food. I remember Keshav Swami saying that he was training for scuba diving. Scuba diving. So earning through scuba diving. We also sell Vedanta Deshika. We sell Ramanuja and so on. So for the sake of money. So here he also said, for the sake of few morsels of food, we work a lot. Can we not fill up the stomach with milk? Should we need a rice? Would you need a morsel of rice to fill up our stomach? Can we survive with milk? Then what about how to get milk? That's also a problem. Unchavritti. Vedanta Deshika was following Unchavritti. Then there's Sharira Patanavadhi Prabhu Nishevana Patana. Till this body, the human body, falls down dead. So we have to fall down, the body will fall down at the feet of the king, the master, the boss. When we work with the boss, we have to salute him every day, good morning. If you don't say good morning, he will get angry. He will reduce the salary. Sharira Patanavadhi Prabhu Nishevana Patana. The money that we get from such earning will be useless. Abindhana Dhananjaya Prashamadam Dhanam, dhanam. He uses 9 times the word dhanam here. Why I say this is, with regard to the dhanamaya thane kaikudum. Dhanamaya thane kaikudum. Tiruvandadi. Mudal Tiruvandadi. 43. Dhanamaya thane kaikudum. He says, Abhindhana dhananjaya prasamadam dhanam dhanam. Dhananjaya vivardhanam. Dhanamududa govardhanam. Susadhanam. Apadhanam. Sumanasam samaradhanam. Dhanam. Money. Everything is money. This money, namely Lord Krishna, helped Arjuna. Dhananjaya vivardhanam. The same money lifted the Govardhanam, the mountain called Govardhana. The Govardhanam is go, cow, cattle, including goats, cowherds, cowherders, all were developed by the mountain. The mountain gave rain to the crops and then developed the riches of the cowherds. It gave grass to the cattle, and therefore cattle developed. The cows grew very well. So Govardhanam. This is what we call Susadhanam. It is a good means, Susadhanam. Apadhanam. All the riches of this world are waste, are a waste. Apadhanam. And when we worship the Lord, Sumanasam Samaradha. It will be a feast to the Lord when the good people with the good mind use this, what we call money, namely, money is Jnanam and Vairagyam. These two are the wealth of the God, and that will be very useful. He beautifully gives this letter to Vidyaranya. Vidyaranya never invited him back, but he was always arguing against Vishishtadvaita. And Vedanta Deshika was giving a fitting reply to Advaitis. That is the matter. But here, please show it again, the Tiruvandadi 43. Dhanam thane kaikud. Dhanamdaya thane kaikud. Mana masu. Many benefits accrue by the worship of the preceptor. And we feel that we belong to God, we worship Him. That is the last sentence. It means Pundurayan. Pundurayan is the tender leaves of the basil. Adike, Pundurayan Adike. When they adorn the divine feet, Pododu Neer Yendi, Samtoran is Parthamat. When all of us as devotees belong to God, and when we offer water, argyam, Pododu Neer Yendi. When we do it in time. In English, it is not there mentioned. It means fresh water there. Fresh water. Pododu means Karnamal, Kandu Vidu, we say in Tamil. Meaning before the sunrise, before the sunset, and in the meridian, in the middle of the noon, at the noon time. So, Pododu Neer Yendi, Argyam Samarpayami, Gayatri Mantrena, Argyam Samarpayami, Neer Yendi, Tam Tora Nirpadhamat. If all of us worship because we belong to the God, Pundurayan Adike. So while we direct our concentration toward the divine feet of the God, then Puna Meya, he is in the Kshirabdi, the Tirupatkalam, the Milky Ocean. The heart will be freed of dross. All past karmas will vanish. Where wealth will come of its own accord. When the Lord of fresh Tulasi garland is worshipped with flowers and fresh water, such is His grace on the earth. Now, the important translation should contain the divine feet of the Lord of fresh tulasi garlands should be worked. And again, what we call the orthodox habit, the daily habit should be brought in. Fortunately, I could have opportunity to go through all the 300 Trivandadi for the sake of giving a lecture sponsored by TT, Tirupati Devasthan in Bangalore. And therefore, I actually compared the three Alvars within these three Trivandadis, among the three Trivandadis, and then made a comparative study. And therefore, we have very interesting to understand the Vyakhyanam, the commentary of Trivandadi. And all the three Alvars were Ayonidas. All of them came out of the water tank. Poihi Alvar, of course, Bhudatta Alvar, Peyar. Of course, Peyarvar was dancing like a ghost, goblin in ecstasy, in bhakti. And both all the three of them are the people who realized God in the what we call Dehali, Hidaikali. All the three Alvars were dashed by the Lord. And therefore, such beautiful history are there. And
so Swami, yeah, you were talking about the Mudal Alvars, Pogai Budit Pei Alvars, and they were squeezed by Adi Narayana when they were sitting, standing, and lying on the front porch during a rainstorm. So
it's like a veranda. We call it a reg. It's called a Dehali in Sanskrit. It's a middle portion of rooms on two sides. On both sides of the house, you have rooms, and then the middle portion is the pathway. The pathway to the backyard is called Dehali. Delhi. Today is Delhi. Delhi, India's capital.
So it means pathway?
No, but I mean the name is there. Dehali is Delhi.
I see.
Pondicherry is now called Puducherry. Is called Vedapuri.
Vedapuri.
Vedapuri. Hyderabad is Bhagyapuri. Lucky city. Pune is Punyanagaram.
No, these are new names or these are old names?
The old names.
I see. But Hyderabad is named after Hyder Ali, no? The Muslim.
But now, because somebody said Secondary bad, Hyderabad bad, Ghazia bad, all bad, BAD. Therefore, you must change over the names.
So Swami,
actually, Bad, Hindi is Bad, Hyderabad.
Right. Short A, Bud. So, did you want to see Kaninan Siratamba number 1 or Tiravai Moli?
Kaninam Siratamba is known by all because Endrakal Annikum Amadorum Ennavuke. Kanninum Sirithamminal Kattunna Panniya Perumayam Ennappanil Nambi Endrakal Annikum Amadorum Ennavuke. If you want to show the English translation for others, Tiruvaimani number 111. Already, I think we saw in the earlier Avatarika. I don't know. Uyarvara Uyarnalam Aruliyavan Nevanavan. Mayarvara Madinalam Aruliyavan Nevanavan.
This is Kaninan Siratamba.
And again, this Ram, what is that? What is his name?
Sri Ram Bharati.
Bharati.
Yeah.
His book is very nice. And the papers are very nice. Very thin papers. What do you call wafer papers.
I think we call it rice paper in English.
But the translation it is not as perfect as ISKCON. I mean,
Okay. So this is I think he was mentioning the first verse of
yeah.
Kannan Siratamba.
This is only Taniyan.
This is the
First
first.
one is the Taniyan. Verandrum non-ariyan, that's also is Taniyan.
Okay.
Yeah. The left one, yeah.
This one?
So, Nanni Tendurugu Nambi Endrakal.
I think it starts here.
First two lines are here. Kanninum Chiruthaminal Kattunnappanniya Perumal. Ennappanni. Nanni Tengurugu Nambi Endrakal Annikkum Amdurum Ennam. This is, of course, a miracle that you saw in the history of Krishna as a child. The Alvar says, Kattunnapanniya Perumayan. Kattunnapatta Perumayan. He was not bound. He offered himself to be bound. Because every time Yashoda joined two pieces of rope with a knot, still it was not enough for binding the hip of the child. So so she joined one rope after another, but she was not able to bind him. And then he showed mercy. The child showed mercy on the mother, and then allowed her to bind. Therefore, Kanninun Chiruthaminal Kattunnapanniya Perumal. Kanni means not, K-N-O-T. Nun, small. Chiru, very small, tiny rope. Very tiny rope, tiniest rope. Kanninun Chiruthaminal. Thambu is the rope. So when Madhura Kavi Alvar remembers Nammalvar and the Lord together. That is what the mention of the Acharya. And Madhura Kavi Alvar is known for his Acharya Bhakti, devotion towards the preceptor. That is very important. So here on Spin's leash of rope, the wonder child, my Lord, was held. But more, the mouth is nectar welled when Kurugur Nambi's name is spelled. This is not 100% right.
So what does the rope represent?
Pardon?
What does the rope, in this analogy, what does the rope represent?
Nammalvar, when Nammalvar is mentioned, the name of Nammalvar is mentioned, even goddess Mahalakshmi takes interest in reading the Tiruvaimozhi of Nammalvar. That is, and that is what is intended. That namely, remembering the pranks of the child, Lord Krishna. Nammalvar fainted over the leelas of the Lord. He was in meditation.
Right. See when
what is here important is mention of preceptor's greatness. You mention the preceptor's greatness.
Right. So when I think of a rope, I think it to me it symbolizes the Guru Parampara, and the knots are the different acharyas.
Very nice.
This is my thought.
Right.
So did you want to see Tiruvai Moli 111?
That is already there. Mayarvaram, I mean, Uyarvara, Uyarnalam, Aruliyanavanaman. For the sake of people understanding in English. Swapadesham, invocation for the place prologue. No. This is Uyarvara, Uyarvara, Uyarnalam, Udayavan, Nevanam. Mayarvaram, Madinalam, Arulinavan, Nevanam. Ayarvaram, Amararka, Adipati, Yavanavan. Uyarari, Sudaradi, Toldi, and Manam. Now, the point here with regard to Yamunacharya's Stotraratnam, so we are mentioning the name of the Lord, and that is very important.
So it's this verse. So
the English translation. So, O heart, worship the feet of the
one,
who is higher than the highest good. God should be highest God, who is the Lord of the
ever wakeful celestials, who dispels all doubt and grants pure knowledge.
Now, when we worship gods, we have to remember the God of gods. Indra, so beyond Indra, Shiva, beyond Shiva, Brahma, beyond Brahma, Lord. So we remember, as you said, Guru Parampara.
स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम्
Srimad Krishna Samatvaya Namo Yamuna Sunave Yat Kataksha Ekalakshanam Sulabha Sridharaha Sada Namaha Yamuna Pada Abja Venubhihi Pavita Atmane Vidita Akhila Vedyaya Gurave Vidita Atmane
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः।